Defiance College's McMaster School for Advancing Humanity was established in 2002 with an endowment from Harold and Helen McMaster, as they sought to fund projects that would serve humanity and promote individual liberties worldwide. The McMaster School's mission calls for the school to serve as a focal point for teaching, service, scholarship, and action to improve quality of life, to educate students for responsible citizenship, and to produce global citizens and leaders who understand the importance of individual liberties in improving the human condition. This mission is put into practice through community-based research initiatives that work collaboratively with communities around the world. McMaster scholars develop a broad knowledge of diverse human cultures and explore big questions relative to economics, society, and politics as they engage in challenging undergraduate research.
My name is Kirsten Persora. I am a 3-time McMaster Scholar to Belize, and I believe that one of the larger public health issues that our projects addressed is health equity, or health inequities, and these are avoidable differences in health outcomes that are associated with social, economic, or geographic factors. And even though my projects were easily related to health, all of our projects really were working to address health equity, and that if one aspect of the community improves, there will be some benefit to health in the end. This all ties into my current work. I work at a health department, and we recently just completed a large health equity project. We pulled lots of data from various sources to try and find where health inequities exist within our community. So after graduating from Defiance College, I attended a master's program at Ohio State, and as part of that program I had a global health specialization, and so I did have to go abroad to complete an internship as part of the specialization, and I went to Ecuador. And during my time in Ecuador, we learned about their healthcare system and how it differed from ours. We learned about indigenous medicine, so we actually hiked about 5 hours to stay for a week with an indigenous tribe, and we learned about their natural remedies, and that actually tied in nicely with a project I had completed in Belize one year, as we talked about natural remedies and researched those, as again, those individuals don't have access.
Some of the communities that have partnered with the McMaster School over the years face similar challenges consistent with populations that have been marginalized, underserved, and that lack the political voice necessary to enact change. Issues such as access to better education, clean water, adequate health care, and gainful employment are often hampered by remote locations, poor infrastructure, and poverty. Through the McMaster experience, student scholars have the opportunity to develop intellectual and practical skills in the context of progressively more complex problems and projects.
Hi, my name is Beth Wilkerson. I'm a 2007 graduate of Defiance College and a 2005 and 2006 McMaster Scholar. I traveled to Cambodia, and what I thought was going to happen was my colleague and I were basically going to save Cambodia. But what I found during the process of applying my academic knowledge to practical development was that that was very aspirational. It wasn't quite achievable. Let me describe what happened. My research partner and I, Renee Steffen, researched the garment industry, and we thought it would make a lot of sense to create a marketing plan that is for the textile industry. The more jobs and businesses that Cambodia had, the more affluence and opportunity for education. In doing some of the primary research and interviewing people in the garment industry, we learned that it's much more complex of an issue than we thought. There are more dynamics as far as women were concerned in working in factories. And so our conscientiousness moved from the economics of the industry into the more personal realm. And so for the next year and a half after we got back, we proceeded to raise money for the women who worked in those factories. We ended up raising about $1,800, and we gained enough money to buy more than 30 sewing machines.
McMaster scholars develop critical and creative thinking skills, excellent intercultural communication skills, research skills, and effective problem-solving and teamwork skills throughout the experience. These student scholars learn how to adapt their knowledge learned in the classroom to real-world problems, resulting in significant benefit to both the community partners and the students themselves.
Hi, my name is Deja, and I am a two-time scholar to Panama. The way that my courses have helped me is that I've learned to do a lot of research, and I've learned to do it well. So with my research class that I have for my social work and also for my cultural diversity class has helped me because I have learned to really interact with people that come from different cultures, and I learned to do it effectively.
Hi, my name is Ellie King. I'm a senior at Defiance College, majoring in mathematics and business administration, and I'm a three-time McMaster scholar. My projects have been a huge impact on my career here at Defiance. A lot of what I've learned in the classrooms and out of the classrooms here, my whole education has implemented my projects on the ground in both Cambodia and Belize. One of the great things about these projects is I get to show how my education here can impact other developing countries.
The interdisciplinary nature of real-world problems is inherent. McMaster learning communities merge their multidisciplinary scholarship with the knowledge of their on-site partners to collectively facilitate the development of viable solutions. As each scholar's project unfolds, so does the development of a student's self-efficacy, as well as their feelings of connectivity with humanity. This long-term change in self-definition extends the impact of the experience well beyond the communities with whom they work and the time in which the experience occurred.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Ball. I serve as the Vice President for Corporate Philanthropy and Events at Big Lots. I was a McMaster Scholar in the early days of the program, serving in both Guatemala and Jamaica. The impact and the influence of the McMaster School for Advancing Humanity in my personal development, but also my professional life, has been quite real and very meaningful. I often sit in a room with 6 or 7 of the top leaders of our company, including the CEO, and as we make decisions on our strategy of how we want to invest millions of dollars a year in philanthropic causes around the country, I call upon the experiences that I had at Defiance College and with the McMaster School for Advancing Humanity to inform, to share, to make sure that our perspective is wide enough, that it's global in its reach, that we are understanding that in order to have a real impact, it's not just dollars, but it's the investment of time and knowledge. And all of those things are important for advancing humanity because we are all in this together. So we have got to work together and we have got to find it within ourselves to figure out how each of us can have that lasting or meaningful impact in our own way.
Participants in the McMaster School have witnessed large impacts develop from what seem in isolation to be critically small solutions. The synergistic effects of clean water, improved health, better education, and increased economic productivity are allowing communities to improve not only their quality of life, but their social standing and subsequently their political voice, thus promoting their reach for individual liberties. The McMaster School provides opportunities for faculty and students to critically investigate the factors that contribute to human suffering and impede progress. The school embodies the McMaster family's belief in the potential to alleviate human suffering through knowledge founded upon careful scholarship, understanding tempered by wise deliberation, leadership developed through collaborative efforts, and service devoted to the world community. The McMaster School for Advancing Humanity brings to life the mission and pillars of Defiance College: to know, to understand, to lead, and to serve.